Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers and bookworms? Hi, my name is Odie, and thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So this is video two of possibly five or six. I keep saying that because I have no idea how many I'm actually going to do. I'm thinking six is going to be the max. And again, I'm trying to keep these in the 10, 15, 20-minute range at most. Um, so we can kind of just do one thing and, that'll kind of just be that. Again, we're in September of 2025. This is the beginning of the month, obviously, but I figured I didn't want to put a date on it because, like, that's next year, the same time next year, I can just kind of uh, go do a full video on all the books and kind of see if I've either added more to the collection, what I've read, obviously, throughout the year, and or even if there's like minus books. So this video is a little bit different because I have to sit on the floor. So I think this is almost going to be a theme where um, as I go through my collection, some of it will be standing for the top books, and then the bottom books I'll have to sit just because of the way that I have the camera. But anyway, so enough of me talking. So let's start with this side of the shelf. So I hope I can say her name right. So these are my Tomi Adeyemi collection of her books. So this is The Children of Blood and Bone, and her second book, Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Her third book is out, so I believe it's going to be just a trilogy, so it's over. I did read the first book. It was really good. So hopefully maybe sometime this year I can kind of read this one because it seems fairly quick. This is only, and again, all my books are backwards. This is the year where everything's backwards. This is, it's only 400 pages, so it's not too bad. And this is actually the young lady there. That's what she looks like. Very nice. So yeah, so hopefully I can read that this year. Probably one of my favorite authors, R.F. Kuan. I love the Poppy Wars. It's really good. So I do have the whole trilogy. Picked these up from one gentleman. He sold me the whole collection. And luckily they're all, again, not that it really matters, but they're all first print. So I was really psyched about that. So they all look like this, same boards, the ends and whatnot. But yeah, these are all first print, so I was really, really happy about that. Pretty big fan of hers. I'm halfway through the Dragon Republic. So far, so good. I like it a lot. And then the Burning God, the third book. Now, this one she actually created years before the Poppy War, but I only have it after the fact because I have these are part of the Book of the Month collection, so I just kind of have all five of them together. I didn't do consecutive months and whatnot, but if you do hear a car's siren, sorry, I do live in the city. But yeah, so here's Babel, and I have from Gabriel Zevin, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Can't wait to read this one. I know a lot about it because I know it's about two guys that start up a video game company and whatnot. But yeah, this was the book of the year for 2022, the Book of the Month Club. And then I have, I hope I can say that right, Mikia, Lucier, Dragon Fruit. Pretty book. Five Broken Blades from May Corland. This is her right here. And she has, I believe it's a trilogy also. So she also has four, it's a countdown. It's five broken, four something, and then three something. So I can't wait to get the next two. They'll probably be the regular versions, not the Book of the Months, obviously. And then the last one that I collected until I just kind of stopped buying books from them. And they just don't really have, for me anyway, they just don't have the type of books that I like to read. So unfortunately. Yeah, this is July 2024, so that's the last one I ever picked up. So I did skip quite a few years, and actually, I didn't really skip a few years. I really just picked up four. This is 2022, but I didn't get it then. I think I picked it up as once you've purchased three books, now you can kind of go back and get whatever you want. So I just went and grabbed this because it was RF's. Then we have the Magistrinium. This is from Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. And I'll be showing you Cassandra Clare after this. So this is the Copper Gauntlet, the Bronze Key, and the Silver Mask. Now, I haven't read these yet because this is a book, 5-book series. I believe I'm missing Gold, something, and maybe it's either platinum or diamond or something like that. I believe is the next mineral, or precious metal, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so I don't have those other two. Here we have Miss Cassandra Clare's collection of City of Bones. I have seen the movie, very different from the book. I did read the book. I have not read the rest though. The movie was okay, I guess, for what it was. And I'm the type of person, I talk about this all the time in my Stephen King club, on Facebook, that I separate genres. Comic books are comic books, animation's animation, books are books, and movies are movies. I understand that they always have to differentiate a lot. But yeah, no, the movie's fine for what it is. The books are obviously always better. This is the 5 books that it's supposed to be 6, but I did not know. I didn't do my due diligence and researching when I first got this over 3 years ago now, or close to 3 years ago. I didn't know there was a 6 book, so I just kind of picked this up because it was on the cheap, and that's probably why, because it didn't include the 6th book. But anyway, I can always pick that one up later. Here we have Sharon K. Penham, The Land Beyond the Sea. So obviously this is based off of somewhat true events, I'm assuming. I've never read it. But yeah, that's that. And my only Robin Hobb book. Let's see if we can get a little bit close here. So, Assassin's Fate. And this was given to me free by the library. I obviously happened to go by, and they were doing their thing, and I just grabbed it, obviously, because I was like, Robin Hobb, I gotta get it. So, another one to add to the list. So anyway, so that's that. Push that over. On the bottom here, we'll do these last, because again, I'm just running out of space. So we'll do these last. Move them over here for now. So this is my Janet Ivanovich set. And obviously I have these foam inserts to just kind of raise the book so I can put stuff in front. Because again, I'm just running out of space with shelves and whatnot. But yeah, so these are her numbered collection. Kind of like the same thing that James does, James Patterson. So he does his Murder Club collection books, and they're always based on numbers. So she kind of does the same thing. So this is 11 on top. Heart 8. Actually, I guess this was before that one, but sorry. 12 sharp. Some of the numbers don't make sense in terms of titles, but hey, it's her books, not mine. She's the genius, not me. And then Sizzling 16. And then Top Secret 21. And the only soft cover that I have, paperback. It's good size though, big letters, large print. Hardcore 24, so that's pretty cool. So I'll save that one for after. Put it on the floor for now. Here we have Veronica Roth's collection of the Divergent books. I have read all of them except for 4. That's the next one I have to read. But to be honest, this was many years ago. So again, I picked this up. I started collecting novels 3 years ago or so. I believe it was in June of 2022, I want to say. Yeah, 2022. So yeah, so I read these right away when I bought the collection. And then I even went as far as I did the audio for the first 2. I never did the 3rd one because my library never had it. And they had 4, but for some reason I just forgot to rent it from the library. But anyway, I've read 3 of these. I still have to read this one. So pretty good. I mean, a lot better than the movies. And again, the movies are fun for what they are. They just unfortunately can't, they can't put everything. I get it. That's why sometimes TV I think is a little bit better, just because they can give you a little bit more. But anyway, here we have Suzanne Collins' The Hunger Games. I've read all 3 of these, and I've actually also heard all 3 of them in audio, so it's pretty cool. And obviously I've seen the movies also. So I've done all 3. Audio, actual books, and then the movies. These are a lot of fun. It's, again, so much better than the books because, again, the books give you so much detail. And I get it, they have to change certain things in the movies just for pacing and whatnot and the action. But yeah, these are all very cool. So that's that. Here we have the Celestial Jukebox by Cynthia Scherer. I have not read this one yet. Sounds good though. This one I read. This was a lot of fun. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm exaggerating. I'm almost done. I lost my. Oh wow, lost my. What happened to it? Must have fallen. Anyway, I think I'm like. I want to say I'm like 75% through. So yeah, so Wonderland, by Zoe Stage. This is really cool. I thought it was going to be like a zombie book, but it's not that. It's more of a mystery. Some weird things happen and whatnot. There's ghosts and stuff like that. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. I can't remember where I picked this up, but I picked it up on the cheap. Might have actually been one of the dollar stores, to be honest with you. But this was a good find. Here we have Catherine Coulter's The Devil's Triangle and J.T. Ellison. I have not read this one yet. That's her. Here we have The Fire Sermon by Francesca Haig. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera, so there you go. I have not read that one either. I haven't read all these last ones I have not read. This Mortal Coil. I want to say this was a movie. Emily Suvada. I should have checked before doing this. But yeah, it's either a movie or it was a show, I believe. Or maybe I've read that they were going to make it and they just never did. So it sounds very familiar. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. There's the young lady there. Beautiful red hair. So anyway, so that's that. These last three, I believe, again, show or maybe movies. I want to say they're British shows, maybe. Philippa Gregory, The White Queen. There she is. And these, unfortunately, they're only in order in terms of first to later, but I don't have all of them, though. Here's the Red Queen. She looks pretty mean. There she is again, same picture. And then last but not least is the White Princess. So I believe this is probably many years later. I forget the name of this style of paper, bound paper, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Everything now is obviously made on a conveyor belt, computers and whatnot, so it's all perfect and whatnot. But I love this style. I don't know why, I just really do. So anyway, so there's the White Queen and White Princess. And then the stuff that was in the front, here is again Tomi Adeyemi, and this is the Children of Blood and Born and the Children of Virtue and Vengeance. So the reason I have doubles on these is because when I first started collecting books, I bought those hardcovers that I showed you. They're first prints, like I said. But at the time, I was taking my kids to do jujitsu and stuff and whatnot. So I figured, you know what? I'm not going to take a hardcover with me, but I can take these. And they're, pretty good size print. Maybe a little smaller than I would like, but, they were still good enough where I could take them. I can read them in the car, or I can read them while they were inside practicing and, doing their thing. So that's where I actually read this first book, was in my car. It took maybe 6 or 7 times of going there. They used to go 3 times a week. So it took like 2.5 weeks, and I finished it off at home and whatnot. And again, I've never read the second one yet. So that's that. Here we have J.D. Robb. I forget her real name. This is one of her pen names. But Echoes in Death and Dark in Death. So there you go. And these are, I believe, murder mysteries and whatnot. I have not read them yet. Some more Janet. This is a collab that she does with Lee Goldberg. And this is a book based on crime drama. They're basically detectives and whatnot. So here's The Chase, The Job, The Scam, and The Pursuit. And then the last one I have here is basically, it's a novella. It's a holiday novel by a Stephanie Plum novel, Visions of Sugars and Plum. This should be a nice, quick, easy read. I've not read it yet. Maybe I'll read it this holiday, actually. But yeah, this is only 150 pages, more or less. Yeah, 150 pages, 149. So yeah, maybe I'll read this one. But yeah, guys, so that's it. That's my collection on the first shelf. So the next ones will be my second shelf, which is like all my Lord of the Rings and then some science fiction and fantasy and stuff like that. But again, guys, thank you so very much. I highly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments on these books, if I said anything wrong, please, let me know that, I screwed up on what it was about or whatever. I don't think of what it was about, but maybe in terms of like the genre or whatever, something. I don't know. Whatever. You guys can think of stuff up. But again, guys, thank you so very much. You guys take care. Peace.